full of liquor, then we dive in it. Pull him to the side, let me slide in it.
We start with SmackDown for Valentine's Day, February 14th. Cody Rhodes opens the show and was interrupted by Drew McIntyre. And then they were interrupted by Jacob Fatu. And then Solo comes out. Jacob leaves to find out what's the deal with Solo. The first match starts up with Chelsea Green versus Naomi for the Elimination Chamber qualifier match, and that was won by Naomi.
Okay, you can go.
The next match was Motor City Machine Guns versus Los Garza. That was won by the Motor City Machine Guns. Then Shinsuke Nakamura, the U.S. champion, comes out to cut a promo, and he was interrupted by LA Knight. Also, The Miz came out and interrupted them, and that culminated into a match between LA Knight and The Miz, which was won by LA Knight. Match after that was R-Truth versus Carmelo Hayes. R-Truth put in a good fight, but he still lost to Carmelo. Following that was Nia Jax versus Tiffany Stratton for the Women's Championship. And that ended up being a DQ with Tiffany taking the W because she was attacked. Well, Candice LeRae interfered and pretty much ended up injuring Tiffany Stratton. Then following that, Charlotte Flair comes out while Tiffany's laying in the middle of the ring, and she cuts her little promo, basically just saying that she's going to choose Tiffany to
go against in the WrestleMania.
WrestleMania, yeah. As she said it, I choose you, and then dropped the mic and walked off.
I don't know if that was supposed to be badass, but it was more just it sounded like Ash Ketchum from Pokemon going, Pikachu, I choose you. That could just be me being a child.
Then the main event, Braun Strowman versus Damian Priest versus Jacob Fatu for the Elimination Chamber qualifier. And that was won by Damian Priest. Braun got his ass whooped again by Jacob Fatu in the same fashion that happened at last month's Saturday main event. Okay, next up we have Raw for February 17th. Sami Zayn opens the show talking to Adam Pearce to get him to sanction a match between him and Kevin Owens. He said he can't sanction a match, but he could give you an unsanctioned match at Elimination Chamber. First matchup was AJ Styles versus Dum Dum Mysterio. AJ Styles won, and the match was pretty much interrupted by Braun Breaker, who tried to spear AJ, and AJ moved out the way and speared Mysterio. Match following that was Ivy Nile versus Dakota Kai for the number one contendership for the Intercontinental Championship. That was won by Dakota Kai. Gunther comes out to cut a promo, and he did it in the style of Jey Uso. Try to imitate him by coming out of the crowd. And Jey Uso came out right in behind him, and they fought. Match after that was Penta versus Pete Dunne. Penta won the match due to interference from Ludwig Kaiser. And Ludwig and Pete end up fighting after the match. Roxanne Perez versus Raquel Rodriguez for the Elimination Chamber qualifier. That was won by Roxanne Perez.
She's an NXT girl, isn't she?
Yeah, they all are pretty much come up from there. But I think she's she's on Raw now. They just haven't used her a lot lately.
Oh, I thought she was like a new NXT person.
No, she's been there for a minute.
Okay.
See, the New Day came out, cut a promo that you could probably barely hear through the booze. And then the LWO came out and attacked them for jumping Rey Mysterio last week. And then the final match of the evening, the main event, Finn Balor versus Seth Rollins for the elimination qualifier match. And that was won by Seth Rollins. And that was the shows for this week.
Okay. I'm gonna talk about the New Day. Because I actually did get to see the matches on Monday. The New Day, I kind of agree with what Kofi said about Rey Mysterio getting new luchadors to keep his career alive. Because let's be honest here. Rey Mysterio should have retired years ago. But, what the fuck? Because he should have been retired years ago, but they're using him as a workhorse. And it's just becoming a little more sad, you know? Because it's like he's way past his prime and we're pushing this. He's the greatest still. And it's just really weird to me. Because, like, look at The Undertaker. That man retired. And people love The Undertaker. But it was like, yeah, we need to wrap this up. He old. But I digress. The Raquel Rodriguez, not Raquel, the new thing with Jade Cargill, I don't believe it was Liv and Raquel.
You don't?
No. Because it seems really like, too perfect, you know?
Right.
And in my head, I'm like, oh, it's most definitely Bianca and or Glow.
Naomi.
Yeah. I was remembering her by
And
her
I
name.
agree with you too. I believe I think it's Bianca.
And it's like, this seems way too perfect for it to be these two. But we'll find out soon enough, because watch her come out next week or at the Chamber and go, look what they did. But it seems too perfect for them to just have it like that. But, like, what if it's also somebody we truly don't know yet?
That's possible too.
There's too many variables here, but we've knocked down a few already to realize what's going on. But
because it would be wild if it was damn, what's her name? We talked about it last week. From
the blonde chick,
yeah.
yeah, it would be wild if it was her. Because once again, I say someone we truly didn't know was there, but they were there the whole time.
One strong chick taking out another strong chick. Damn, what's her name? And that's messed up because I liked her when she was on Impact Wrestling.
But yeah. Jordan Grace.
Yeah, that'd be a kick if it was Jordan Grace.
That would
but
also.
I don't even know if she's on Raw. Well, they're not. They're on both shows because they're the tag team champions.
Yeah.
The tag champs are on both shows.
But it would also make sense why Bianca pulled her back during the women's match when she went to go hug Naomi in the ring. That will make so much sense now.
Because that's where Naomi was before she came back to WWE. She was over there with her on Impact.
Yeah. Just too many questions and liables to fully picture everything together, which is a really good story aspect if we're not able to answer everything that quickly.
Ooh, that'd be interesting too. Bianca and Jay versus Jordan and Naomi.
That would be an interesting fight.
And then they have them be fighting over the tag belts since, one from each faction has a belt. That would be interesting.
It would. Jey Uso and Gunther. Oh, my game. But Jey Uso and Gunther, their rivalry going on right now is very interesting, but also a little boring. I'm not gonna lie to you, because it's mainly Gunther just throwing a temper tantrum like a child, because he keeps getting people who want to come after him, and it's like, I don't think you realize you're gonna keep having this, but you keep letting yourself become so big-headed just to feel down on yourself like a week later, you know?
Right.
And it's like, Gunther is supposed to be this all-powerful, strong god, whatever, just for you to tell me he feels scared this quickly. Because he did the same thing with Priest, where you could see him feeling less and less like a badass. Which was why I was so surprised when Priest lost that fight. I was so sure Gunther was going to lose. The Street Profits. I need to know what's going on with that exactly, because where did they go, for one? And two, they made such a big show at the last pay-per-view just for them to disappear. Because they made it seem like...
Well, you know, J.D. McDonough is still out, so, you know, he was out injured. But the Street Profits is coming back. You ain't seen none of their promo videos?
I've seen their promo videos, but it's like, we need to see more of them, like, being in the background planning something. Because just seeing promo videos, for me, it's like, oh, that's just a promo. It doesn't really give me much substance.
Well, just 2 weeks ago, they just jumped the Motor City Machine Guns.
Yeah, at the pay-per-view.
And they jumped the Champions. All at the same time. That was just 2 weeks ago.
I know, and I'm saying, when are they coming back to actually do their, like, push their anger out more? Just for them to do that and then disappear and only make promos is like, for me. But I digress. Solo. Solo is about to lose his henchman. And when it happens, I'm going to be in the corner giggling. Because Solo has built himself up so high to think nobody can touch him in his castle. And you realize the person you put as your right-hand man, just like you did to Roman, is going to stab you in the back just as well. I just find that very, anticlimactic. Not anticlimactic. I can't think of the word. But it's like, because Jacob has the right to be mad because Solo left for, like, a while.
It was the same thing with Roman Reigns.
Yeah, and I can understand why people got mad. Because, like, Roman, you can't just disappear and leave your lackeys behind like that. But the difference...
So would you say it was apropos or ironic?
Both, actually. Because it's like, wow. You get mad at Roman for doing something, but you do the exact same thing. But the thing here is, Roman can actually back it up. I'm not sure if Solo can. Like, yeah, Solo was, like, a madman, but it's not like Solo was that... He wasn't one of the, like, top hitters for, like, a good while, because he just kept losing matches, you know?
Right.
Because Solo reminds me of Dominic Mysterio, as in, they have him here, he's working, but he's not, like, a... type of guy. It also could be me just being a little more judgmental to Solo. But I can't wait for Jacob Fatu to do his turn. Because when it happens, I need Jacob to be absolutely unstoppable. Because they've set up him being like a monster among men. So you need to keep that going and not tear him down like you've done to other monsters. Like they did to Braun Strowman. We don't need that.
Okay.
Okay, this is my last thought. Wait. Before my last thought, who's your wrestler of the week?
It's going to be, well, I was going to say Ricky Starks. He's coming, he's on NXT now, but they changed his last name. They changed his last name to Ricky Saints. That's why I'm putting him again, because now he has a new name.
Okay.
They gave him the Saints because he's from New Orleans. Not only that, but he owns his own name. His name is Ricky Starks. It's his actual name. And since the WWE can't buy it from him, they had to change it so they can own the name. So they changed him to Ricky Saints.
You know they only in this for the monies.
Right.
So
my wrestler of the week is Ricky Saints.
I'm gonna have to say Priest, because Priest came in clutch with that win. And
yeah, that was a good win.
But I knew he was gonna win because they kept saying Priest is out of the game, and then I'm just looking at him in the corner. I'm like, this is just chilling. He's about to get up in a second. And when he got up, I was like, finally, something's happening. But I digress. My last thought is the Judgment Day. Finn has absolutely gone down the deep end. I keep saying this because if you just watch how he talks to the others, he's like a madman, just trying to like piece together everything. He reminds me of Seth Rollins when Seth Rollins is trying to make it seem like he's in the right.
Yeah.
And it's like you're not in the right anywhere you go, because you're just pushing your anger out onto people for your shortcomings. And it's just very interesting to watch happen, because how he was talking to Liv and Dom, he was like, when am I gonna get my time? And it's like, you had your time, you lost it. And then you blame Dom for what happened to JD. Yes, it was a little bit his fault, but at the same time, does anyone really care that JD's out? I don't think so.
Only Finn.
Because JD's not that, like, he's not a heavy hitter, honestly. He's not something you would miss, him being out. He doesn't really give much to the story other than he's kind of annoying. I like Carlito more than I like JD. And that's because Carlito has some good one-liners.
Because I don't